Alright, in today's video we're going to go over how I set up Catchbox, how I set up spinners in a Catchbox using Stretch Magic and bobber stoppers. Stretch Magic, shout out to Uncle Larry. This stuff is great. I've been using it for months. It works out in the cold, out in the heat. It stretches, you can reuse it. It's great. But I couldn't find a way to keep spinners, in the same place. They were always sliding back and forth or running into each other. I've tried zip ties, I've tried electrical tape, I've tried tying itself on there, I've tried micro cord, and nothing really that I found actually worked the way I wanted it to. And I found these bobber stoppers, and these things work great. I've been using them ever since. So we're going to get down, show you how I tie a couple of them up, and we'll go from there. All right, now that we got y'all set up so y'all can see what's going on, see everything here, go through everything. We got Stretch Magic. Make sure you get the 1.8 millimeter diameter. This is the biggest that it comes in. This is going to be the strongest. I've tried the thinner stuff and it just doesn't hold up like this stuff does. You're going to want to get bobber stoppers. These are the XL bobber stoppers, but you got to be careful because some of them say XL and then they show up and they're really small. So you want to get the ones that are for 0.6 to 1 millimeter fishing leader. So at these things, they got these thin wires that connect them into a loop. And if you just try to take this and go straight to the Stretch Magic, most of the time this wire will break. And then you'll end up having to feed it somewhere another way anyway. So I use nano cord. I run it through here. And I'll show y'all how to do this. And I slide the bobber stopper onto the nano cord and then onto the Stretch Magic. Just makes it a lot easier. You can use micro cord. You can use paracord innards. There's a bunch of other things that you can use, but this is what I found to work the best. I use these little zip ties with the screw holes in them because I shoot with the spin trap or the simple shot catch box, or any catch box that has rods in it. You can use these. These are great. You can get them tight and they can still slide up and down, but they won't move when you get tension on them with the Stretch Magic. I think Rex came up with these. These are great. I use 4-inch zip ties to attach the Stretch Magic to clips. I use clips so I can quick change targets out. Clips are great, but if you don't want to use clips, you can go straight to the zip tie themselves and then just cut it when you want to change targets or do whatever you want. So I will bring y'all down, get this cleared up, and we'll build a set. Let's go ahead and build a string of targets. I like to get my length that I need, my desired length. Make sure it's pretty tight. I like these pretty tight, but not overly tight. Just enough to get them to spin good. So I just take a zip tie, get it up close to that clip, cinch it down good. Next, we need to put our bobber stoppers in. So I just take nano cord, get our bunch of bobber stoppers. See, it's already got a built-in loop for you. So I just run the nano cord in there, get it about even. Slide that bobber stopper onto the nano cord. I'll just take a pair of scissors or whatever to clip this. Clip that. Get that out of your way, that little wire. Then you take your Stretch Magic, you run it through this loop. You can wet it. I've seen some guys use dish soap or just wetting it, or use oil or whatever you want to use. I usually just wet it, then slide it down to there. Then you slide it all the way until it pops right on. See, then now it's on your line. Just slide it down to where you want it. Put a spinner on. You want one on the other side as well. Just take your nano cord again. Run it through here. Slide it on there. Pull that off. Now back onto the Stretch Magic. Get it to there, and then keep pulling until it pops on. You can slide it down. And it was a good thing about this bobber stoppers too is they're firmly on there, but if you really wanted to, you can slide them and move your targets around to whatever you prefer. Let's go ahead and put another one on. Slide it on there. Pull it forward, clip the end. And back to the Stretch Magic. And I'll show y'all after this also how to take these off of here so you can reuse them. Last one, just slide that on there. Pull it through, pop it. Now I just take my clip on this end, feed it through, and grab your zip tie. And sometimes you want to do this while it's on the Catchbox, so you can get it tight enough. That's what's good thing about the bobber stopper is when you get them and get them stretched, see they're going to be to one side, so then you just take the bobber stopper and you can slide them down. And adjust them how you want. So we'll get all these ends trimmed up, and I'll take you outside, show you what they look like on a couple different Catchboxes. I also set up my tic-tac-toe this way without the clips because I'm not going to be changing targets. I'll show y'all guys that, and then we'll come back and show you how to take these off and reuse them. A lot of people have a hard time, and it took me a while to figure out how to get these off properly. So we'll do that next. Right now we're out here at the Catchbox. Show y'all how to set these up. See these spin traps, they come with the rods. So you just run them zip ties around there. What I like about the zip ties is you can slide these. Move them around. If you don't want to shoot the 50, you can slide it down. Get these set up, you know, kind of in the middle. I did show setting up both sides inside. I just did that so y'all could see, but I usually come and attach one and then pull this tight and then clip it. You don't need it too tight, but you just need it tight enough where they can spin pretty good. And that's how I set up that. I've also, simple shot Catchbox works great in that way too. You see I have the 40 slid up out of the way and just shooting those smaller targets. And that's how I set up Catchbox. We also got tic-tac-toe. Thanks Uncle Larry again. He's got great ideas, but this way set up the same way. Stretch Magic, bobber stoppers, and the zip ties around here. I didn't use the clips for these because I'm not going to be swapping targets as much. But I also went ahead and wrapped it around the stretch cord, so when the individual spinner spins, they don't all spin, so you know exactly what you're shooting at. They work great. That's the way I set it up. Another thing I like about these bobber stoppers is you can get these off and reuse them. Best way I found to do it is you just tie a overhand knot, leave a little hole, run your nano cord back through here, or string, whatever you're using, and tie this knot pretty tight. And you just slide this over the knot, back onto the nano cord. You can just undo this knot here. It'll come out. And there you go. You got the bobber stopper back on the line. If you want to swap the target out, put another target back on, and then you can just transfer this right back to the Stretch Magic, tie it up, and you're ready to go. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.